What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD Mobile video. So the Season 11 update has officially come out, and we have basically all the buffs and nerfs that comes with this update as well. And the first one I do want to discuss is actually the strongest buff of the season, which I would say is the Striker 45. So as you guys know, I did make a video a few days ago talking about how the Striker could potentially ruin the meta of COD Mobile. And honestly, that kind of still remains to be true, at least right now. And the reason for that was because the initial change that this gun was actually going to get is that it was going to get more 3-shot range, but at the same time, losing a bit of its stomach multiplier so you wouldn't be able to 3-tap as easily. So it was kind of like this nice low trade off where you have more range, but you have to be more accurate. But then when they released a mini update patch for the Garena and the Korean versions that currently had the Season 11 update, they ended up reverting that change, making it so that at 35 meters and above, you're going to be able to 3-tap anywhere in the upper body rather than just the chest and the arms and the head. To me, this was kind of a bad change, mainly because we're kind of stuck in this USS 9 situation all over again. The USS 9 has received a few nerfs, and I think I actually received one this time around where they lowered the bullet spread for the 32 AE mags. But even then, I mean, it's still considered to be one of the best weapons in the game, but the Striker buff, I would arguably say, makes it slightly better in some ways. Better because it has more range. It's very easy to actually score that 3-shot now because of the revert to the stomach multiplier. The only downside I could really say, something that the USS 9 still has over the Striker 45, is just the recoil control, because the USS 9 is basically a laser in comparison to the Striker 45, where it does have a bit of vertical recoil, and you're going to have to learn to control it, especially at longer ranges. But I think that's the problem. We don't really need another USS 9 ruling the game, because at the moment we've already had that for about a year. So I don't want to have another full year of having to deal with this all over again. But I wanted to put this buff into practice to see how well it actually does. And I could barely ever recall a time within these games I ended up getting maybe a 4-shot kill. Most of the kills that I got, I would say 99.9% of them were always going to be 3-tap kills. It was somewhat the case before this update. I mean, it was still pretty strong. It's still good for a 3-tap. But just adding that extra third range, so it could just 3-tap up to 35 meters is just, I think it's way too much, especially for an SMG. I'm not even sure if the Man of War even has this type of range. And what worries me, like I said in the previous video of the Striker 45, is the fact that we already have all these YouTubers always making top 10 videos, and immediately when this patch comes out, or at least immediately once everyone has their hands on this update, everyone's going to be using this because they just immediately went to YouTube and searched up, okay, Season 11 top 5 weapons, and this thing's going to pop up, obviously. And also, like I said, people are going to be happy that it's not the USS 9 this time around being this strong, but just give it maybe a month or so, and people are going to get tired of seeing the Striker 45 everywhere. But yeah, from what I saw, this gun completely dominates. There were very few real people that we actually came across within this update. I'm actually surprised by how many real people I actually saw, because there was a lot more than I thought there would be. I thought it was just going to be bots, and I just wanted to test the changes out and just have these videos already sent up to YouTube so you guys could just see how they perform. But yeah, there was a few people that were there to play against, and they were just easily dominated by this weapon. So are we going to expect a nerf for this thing at some point, maybe within the season or the next? I'm not really too sure. I mean, COD Mobile isn't really that great when it comes to weapon balancing, especially when it comes to a post balance change where there's a weapon that's way too strong. So they had to release a hot fix to actually balance out the weapon. That normally doesn't happen unless it's extremely, extremely broken. But that's also something to keep in mind. Just because the weapon is buffed to this degree doesn't actually mean it's unstoppable. I mean, there's other guns that could still compete. I mean, the USS 9 could perfectly compete against it. We still also have the Shicom, which is a instant one burst up to 25 meters. So we still have some guns out there that could compete against it. But yeah, enjoy some gameplay of the weapon itself. I don't really have much to say. I kind of already said all I need to say in the last video. So yeah, I just want to show you guys how it performs now. But yeah, anyways, enjoy.
There is no place for failure in my life. Enemy down!
Yeah, it's definitely buffed aim assist with all weapons. Okay, I'm definitely using the QXR in shipment. Oh my god, insta kills up close.
We've taken the lead.
Dude, this thing could probably beat the VMP.
UAV online. Friendly advanced UAV is online.
Like point blank, maybe.